When it comes to Tai Chi, what's the difference between a tuck and a drop? If you don't know the answer, stick around because I'm going to explain it and show you the muscles involved in each in this lesson. Hi everybody, it's David-Dorian Ross, and welcome to another episode of Tai Chi for Beginners lessons in the Learn Tai Chi at Home channel. Today what we're going to talk about is an answer to a series of responses I got to an earlier video that had to do with dropping the tailbone. And if you didn't see that episode, by the way, I'm going to put a link to it right up here. I got a lot of emails and messages and Facebook posts about what is the difference between dropping the tailbone and tucking the tailbone. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly what the difference is and how you can avoid the one and master the other. Now, this is your first time to this channel and you're a beginner who wants to learn to do Tai Chi at home, and especially if you're looking for the tips and the tricks which will get you started because you want to gain better health or live longer, younger, or find peace and harmony on the inside, or even to defend yourself against attackers, then all you've got to do is hit the subscribe button, and when the little bell icon pops up, hit that too so that you'll never miss another lesson. Now, to help me illustrate today's lesson, I brought along a prop which is a simple walking stick. I actually bought this one at a garage sale for $15. But you could use a broomstick, or as we did in the last lesson that we did like this, use a chair and just hold on to something. I just thought I would bring this to help illustrate that you could use something to lean on, even one of these pillars, right? Just to make yourself more stable. Now, I always do the dropping of the tailbone by starting out with lifting one leg. And the reason why I do this is because what we're trying to do is release the muscles in the low back right in here that are already pulling your spine into that curve, sometimes making it even worse. When you're stressed out, when you're tired, when you've been working hard, you'll notice that achy, tight feeling in the low back. Well, that's literally the muscles tightening up, and the result is pulling that into a deeper curve. So what we want to do is relax those muscles in order to be able to flatten out that low back. And the way this works is that muscles in the body are paired with each other, one muscle on one side of the body, one muscle on the other side, muscles on the either side of a joint, for example. And when they're in this pairing, only one set of muscles can be active at one time. It inhibits the action of the other muscle so that you could have free motion, right? So these muscles right here in my hip, when I lift my knee up, automatically start to relax these muscles back here. Now, once these muscles start to relax, I feel like my whole pelvis can begin to sort of slightly rotate. And it's not a big movement. It's a small motion, slightly rotating down. And as they rotate down, I feel like my tailbone drops. And it's as if it's like a linchpin dropping into a slot. Boom, just like this. And so I get this definite feeling, almost like a click, when the tailbone drops into place. And so holding on to a stick or the wall or a chair, lift one knee, get this hip really engaged, you start to feel it. You start to feel the low back muscles begin to release a little bit, and then sink. Right, now that sinking and that rotating drops the tailbone down. Now this is very different from trying to tuck the tailbone. So I'm going to show you sort of the difference. Here's the knee up, and here's me tucking the tailbone, right? I'm using the muscles to sort of move the pelvis first to point the tailbone into a different direction. That's tucking the tailbone. Now this is dropping the tailbone. Tucking the tailbone, dropping the tailbone. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but I'll tell you what the difference is in the muscle action. In order to move the pelvis by muscle action, in other words, to tuck the tailbone, the muscles involved here are your sitting down muscles, your glutes. And so in order to tuck the tailbone, you have to activate those glutes to pull in. And this is something you can actually feel. You should be able to feel. The glutes are actually the biggest muscle group in the body, so there's plenty back there to feel. And if you notice your cheek muscles tightening up while you're trying to get into that alignment, you know that you are tucking rather than dropping. My old teacher used to say when he watched me, because I would do it wrong, and he would say, you know, look like you have no butt. In other words, when my glutes contracted, it tightened up my butt and made it disappear. I don't have much to begin with. So you want to make sure that you don't tighten up. In fact, during this whole process of dropping the tailbone down and releasing and relaxing the low back muscles, the glutes should stay soft and completely relaxed, just as if you were going to sit down on a chair, right? Normally, we don't tighten up in order to sit down, right? We just sit. And in exactly the same way, when you are dropping the tailbone, right? I don't tighten up to drop it. I just sit. And there you have it. There's the follow-up. Thank you for all of the people who wrote in to ask, could I give a contrast to show exactly what the difference is between tucking and dropping. I really appreciate the inspiration to do this short video. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have a question about any of the details or anything as a beginner that you would think help your practice, please go ahead and write it down in the comment section below. I'm also going to be coming out with a lot more of these videos, all geared towards Tai Chi for beginners. So keep watching for the next video in this series.